All of my good days outweigh my bad days, and I won't complain. Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here, and I want to welcome you to my food forest. In this episode, I'm going to share with you why sometimes it's necessary to prune your trees in the spring after the fruit has set. And also, now that I have a lot of fruit on my trees, I know that I'm going to get rodents like squirrels, mice, rats. I haven't seen any rats in 31 years here, but you just never know. You can't have all of this fruit and not expect little critters to come in and eat some of it. And I don't care about them eating some of the fruit if they would just eat the fruit at the top of the trees where I can't reach it, and then save me the fruit, that is easy for me to access. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you a little clip of Brian and Bria singing. You all know I come from a musical family, and I like to encourage and teach my grandchildren. And so if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, to subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell for notifications so that you'll be first to know when a new video is dropped. Okay, let's get started. If you're growing the Texas star hibiscus to make tea or medicinal honeys, this is what the bloom looks like when it's getting ready to flower. See that? It looks like kind of like a tulip. And they were hanging all in the pathway, so I couldn't hardly get by and tend to my pepper plant and my gooseberries. So I took this trellis that I used to grow pole green beans on. I wasn't using it this year, so I put it in the ground close to where the center blocks are, and I tried to attach it with a bungee cord here to this steel post and some twine and string that I had on this side, and that'll keep them out of the aisle and keep us from knocking off the blooms. Again, I'm going to go in closer and let you see. Wow, birds are in my tree, guys. You hear all that noise? In my tree, eating my nectarines right in front of me. Get out of here. I mean, they are really bold. You can hear them. Here. I mean, right in front of me, guys. Okay, I guess it's time for me to get the organza bags out and secure my fruit. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to do it this year, but these little beasters are doing it right in front of my face because I was recording and they could hear me talking. So this little owl did not do a decoy act today. So let me go back over here and show you. I don't know where I left off, but this is what they look like. In a few days, they'll be putting on a beautiful flower. I'll insert a picture and then I'll show you in a few days in another video how beautiful the blooms are going to be. Okay, Brian, you want to show everybody what you're holding?
Yes, this is Irish soap spring.
So, yeah, we usually cut it up, guys, and put it all around the food forest after the rainy season. This time, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put the whole bars out in the corners of the privacy fence and the little nooks and crannies by the water catchment system. And most gardeners say that rodents, squirrels, mice, whatever, they don't like the smell of this. But I was doing some research, and the scientists say that there's no really scientific proof that it works. I think it does, so I'm gonna continue to do it every year. Like I said, I used to grate it, and then sometimes I would take one bar, open it up, Brian, open up one bar,
Okay.
You can open up one, Bria, and then I would, make like 8 pieces out of one bar. But this year, I'm just going to put the whole bar down. I'm not going to put it in the garden beds. I'm going to put it outside the garden beds, outside of containers, that type of thing.
Smells good to me.
Yeah, it's a good smell.
Can you use it for what?
Yes.
And you can use it outside?
Yes, you can. Okay, guys, so let's do that, and we'll be back, guys. You see this aisle right in here, guys? It was getting real congested with the elderberries overgrowing and the figs. So I had to come in here this morning. First of all, let me say that if you're going to have a urban or suburban backyard food forest, you're going to have to put things in closer proximity. So you see the jujube tree here, and then an elderberry bush that's very similar to a tree. And down here at the bottom, I have Mexican petunias that come back every year. And here's an arona berry bush. And then here is an elderberry bush that is humongous. And then we have a brown turkey fig tree. But this is the deal. Before I pruned all of this off right here from the fig tree, it was growing in the aisle, and you can't get through. And you have to be careful, because when you walk up under trees, you can have spider webs, anything crawling in on you. So don't be afraid to prune. There's a book I'm going to insert of how to grow a little tree in your backyard. And then when Brian and Bria come over, they'll get all of this up for me. Yeah, so now I can walk through here, and I'm gonna come around again, and I'm gonna turn around. And you can see that now I'll be able to get in this aisle very well. And so I just pruned off, what was protruding out in the aisleway. And if you don't know this, figs have a white sap that runs. You can see it dripped right here. I'm wiping it off. It won't harm the plant, of course, but don't be surprised when you see that white sap growing down. See how that squirted out some right here? That's normal. They contain that sap. And these are growing back down here where I pruned about a month or so ago. And that's fine as long as I can get air through there. There's plenty of space at the top for air to get through. But right in here, you can't have it real congested. Okay? And if you can, only if you can, try not to have your trees touching. So we're going up next to a golden delicious apple tree. And so we're trying to keep a separation from the fig tree to the golden apple tree. And then right here, you can see very close, here's another tree. It's a kefir pear. And we do have one branch extending over here, but it's not actually touching the tree. And master gardeners say the reason why you should do that is to keep diseases from spreading from one tree to another tree. And so while I'm saying this, let me tell you that if you see anything diseased while you're pruning, you want to wipe off with peroxide or alcohol. I have these little swabs that I buy from Amazon, and I keep them in my pocket. So now the sun is coming up over there. You can see it peering through. And I'm going to go and clean my shears on nippers. Y'all know I'm an old hairstylist. I'm gonna clean my nippers, and then I'm going to prune this browning off in here of this apple tree that was in trouble for a couple of years, and take those leaves off. And when you take those leaves off, I won't show you, bore you with me doing it. Everybody knows how to cut. Just snip them off. Try to snip them off at a 45-degree angle, and dispose of those leaves in the garbage, not the compost. Because if that is still blight that tree is suffering from, fire blight from getting too much nitrogen, then I don't want to spread that, okay? But those leaves right all over there, and they go in closer, all of that will go into the compost. Now let me show you something. This is why I went ahead, I'm gonna show you the bars of soap, the Irish Springs soap that we put out yesterday. Brian and Bria helped me. They're all over the food forest. I came out yesterday and I noticed that there's a hole, I'm gonna magnify it, in that bag. So some type of rodent, probably a squirrel, ate through there, thought it was something inside of that bag. And as you can see, it's sand and it's 50 pounds and I can't pick it up. So I have to wait till one of my sons or my son-in-law come over and get it on the patio. Yeah, so before I let all of the squirrels make a home in my food forest, I'm putting out the soap. So let me minimize that again and let you see where we have some here and here. Bria put these over here yesterday. And you see randomly Brian and Bria drop some everywhere. This one somehow got in his bed. I told him to put it right here. The soap won't harm your vegetables, but I don't want them inside of the bed. I don't think they accidentally put one in here. I think they accidentally they didn't understand me where I said put them. So on the other side of this garden bed, it's going to be 2 more pieces of soap. Let me walk around. Okay, somebody understood the assignment over here, and they put it right there and down on the end here. See, soap here, some down here, over there, just all around. And these are the interior areas, but we put a lot of it on the outskirts of the food forest next to the privacy thing. Now, right here by the hibiscus bed right there, and there's a lot of mint in there. So squirrels and mice or rats, they don't like mint, so I didn't see the need to put any right there. So you see one here. And then Brian came back here where we started mulching yesterday. And when I finished, we had to put more cardboard over there in that corner to suppress weeds. And I think I have about 5 more bags of mulch. And I'm gonna spread it all in this area. Okay, here's another area I'm pruning from this Sun Glow nectarine. It's hard to get down this aisle without leaves touching me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them off. Well, I took them off before, but you can see right here, it'll flush out, let me see, flush out new growth right there. So I gotta take that out. Take this one out. That looks better, let me see. Yeah, I can duck down a little bit, come down here, and I'm gonna take a few leaves off of this cherry tree. A few branches right up there that's in the aisle. I say aisle because I'm old, but it's really pathway. So according to that book I showed you, you don't have to wait certain times of the year to trim or prune your trees. Try not to do it when it's raining, okay? So now I can get in here real good, real easily without bumping my head. Now, right over here, this is overgrown. I'm gonna take a little bit of it out. Oh, gotta stop. Gotta go sanitize my shears because I stopped at the cherry tree. I'll be right back. You can see where I previously pruned here and it grew back. See the old wood, the new wood. So I'm gonna take it back a little bit more. And I'm gonna get this little branch right here that I have to keep bending my head to get over. And this one up here is not so bad. I can walk under here, stoop my head down a little bit. It's okay. And this aisle is pretty good. I'm gonna go get a couple bungee cords and push those tomatoes back up. I have them zip tied, but I'm gonna push them back a little bit. I don't want to let that get unruly and get way out of the aisle. Okay, it's a lot of work, but you know, it's not hard. Most of the work in the food forest, you just have to stay on top of everything. So here are the cords. I bought 2 of them just in case I need them. And it's getting a little unruly right in here. Actually over here too. So, I'm going to go inside of this cage and attach the cord. And I'm gonna put 2 of them together. So that's 1 cord, and I'm gonna stretch it. And I'm gonna tie it, clip another one on, and stretch it. And then I'm gonna clip it to here. Now, let's walk back. It's a little better. It can go up a little bit higher. Let me see if I can get this up just a little bit higher. And in order to do that, yeah, that's better. I'm gonna need to get a stake and put it right here where I'm pointing, right there, and then I can clamp that up a little bit higher. I'll be right back. See, I inserted a galvanized pole here, and I'm going to take this off of the tomato cage and try to clip it up a little higher here. And it's not going to work because it doesn't like being stretched, but that's okay. I'm gonna go get another bungee cord and I'm gonna take care of it. I'll show you when I get back what I'm gonna do. I'm almost certain it'll work. So I took another bungee cord, clipped it onto this trellis here, and then clip the other end right here where I can join them together, and that takes the strain off of the galvanized pole. All of the plants are up. This can go up a little bit higher. I'll just take some twine and take care of that. Or I'll just be careful when I go through there, because you can see tomatoes are coming on faster now. Since last week, I cleared all of that out at the bottom. The plants have been flourishing. And then we got a drop in the temperatures when we got that 1 day of rain. And so it's been putting on more blooms, which is very, very good. But this is the thing. It's going to get temperatures up into the mid-90s now. And that's okay. We're still going to get a lot of tomatoes. And look, that black cherry is trying to ripen on the vine. And let me go around to the other side. I want to show you something. This owl is a little wider when I moved over the citrus trees, so I don't have to keep working on the branches on this side. But I remember telling you all a few days ago when I saw these tomatoes and I was counting them. I'm gonna go in closer. And I said it was 6. I think I said something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. Well, I got a closer look at it, and now I was right. It is 7 tomatoes there. One was hidden on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomatoes. Yeah, so that's a good thing. So we're gonna start harvesting a lot of tomatoes very quickly. And if you don't know this, if you're new to my channel, tomatoes are one of the rare fruits that you can harvest before they're all the way ripe. And you can let them ripen on your table, on your windowsill, on your counter, and they won't lose their sweetness. Another fun fact about tomatoes is this. You can freeze them without blanching them. Just put them in an airtight bag and put them in your freezer and take them out when you're ready to cook them, stew them, pressure can them, or water bath can them, depending on what you're making. If you add lemon juice to them to make sure that they're acidic enough to be stable with water bath canning, that's fine. If you do like I do and add garlic and onions and mushrooms, a little ground turkey, and make a meat sauce, then I pressure can it, okay? Those are just a few pearls from Lady Cheryl. These marigolds, in any variety of marigold, are one of the easiest plants to self-seed. You could take your decaying flower buds, open up the seed pod, and just sprinkle them. And add a little soil. And I'm going to show you in a few days, these seed pods are going to come up. These seeds from the marigolds. Okay, and I've done that all along in here, all the little containers that I had, some free space. I just went in, and I'll demonstrate it. Took a dying bud, popped it off. You don't have to let them dry out. You see all those nice seeds? Just sprinkle them. Just sprinkle them. You can come back, and if you can find some free soil, and just put a little soil on them in a few days, because we got warm temperatures now. We'll take some soil from over here and just sprinkle a little soil on them. And everywhere where they make contact with the soil, and I'm going to just pat it down to keep the birds from finding all of them. They're going to get some. Okay? And then we're going to have a lot of more marigolds. And because I know from experience that marigolds are one of the easiest seedlings to pick up and transplant them anywhere you want them, I just sprinkle them a lot in the same area, and then I'll just very gingerly separate them and put them where I want. Okay, guys, that's it for today. If you're new to my channel, please tune in every Monday night. I do a live chat where I answer your questions, and I have a topic of discussion every week. That's Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. God bless you. You know that I love you, and God loves you too. Bye now. Bria and I are getting this order ready so that we can ship it. And we always take pride in our orders. Right, Bria?
Yes.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
So let's take it from the top. The first line of the song and the last. 1, 2, ready, sing.
Share my life if I don't have you.
Applause, applause. Keep holding. And then a curtsy. Take a bow. Very good.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take my hand, my dear, and bless them both in mine. You know it's not me dead, but I was passing by. 'Cause now I beg to see you dance just one more time.
Now get to the chorus.
Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every time. 'Cause no, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. 'Cause now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So I say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, eh, eh. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again.